In the history of 90 Day Fiancé series and its spin-offs, there has been numerous. Let's take a look at some of the most toxic couples in the history of the show in no particular order. Jorgen N Fisa. Fans remember Jorge, who brought the Russian bombshell, in her own mind, to the United States, and after that things went downhill. Her abusive phone calls to him when he was trying to make a business deal to get my red bag with makeup outburst was what kept fans coming back for season 4. The couple broke up at the same filming location where Jorge picked N Fisa up at the airport. Then they got back together. She was allegedly a cam girl and a stripper. Once Jorge went to prison for having 600 pounds of marijuana in his car, she went back to the strip club manager she was allegedly dating. Jorge has since remarried and has a child, while N Fisa is showing her gym routine on Instagram. Colt and Larissa. Nothing epitomizes gaslighting like Colt Johnson and his mother Debbie. After bringing Larissa to the States, Colt and his mother refused to allow Larissa to have any say in the relation or household issues. With her alleged anxiety and depression issues, this was going to be a time bomb. She was arrested 3 times for domestic abuse, in which Keith Brooks bailed her out of prison. She has never repaid him back, despite making an alleged $30,000 a month from OnlyFans. He who is against the queen will die. The couple divorced and Colt has remarried, while Larissa, after getting reportedly free plastic surgery, is making bank off her new 1,000 cubic centimeters plus implants. Colt and Jesse. While not getting enough, Colt went back for seconds in Brazil. This time dating Jess Caroline. Not to bring back bad habits, Colt took Debbie to Brazil with him, and while there Debbie called the shots and Colt, it was revealed, was having affairs with 8 separate women. The couple quickly broke up. Jess moved to Las Vegas, married, and has lost a lot of weight and is very happy. Darcy and Jesse. If there ever was a narcissist, it would be Jesse. Reportedly, they met at a fashion show and decided to go on 90 Day Fiancé to boost each other's careers. Darcy flew to the Netherlands to meet the emotionless, I'm in love with myself Jesse. After not getting married within the first hours of arriving, Darcy started drinking while Jesse began to control her. This is one relationship that never should have happened. Jesse went on to date around 3 other female cast members that broke up and is dating Jennifer from Brazil. Darcy went on to unsuccessfully date 2 other men, with her clinginess keeps fans coming back. Big Ed. Nuff said, the man, and I use this term loosely, degraded, insulted and put Rosemary down anytime he could. Glad Rosemary took him down at his knees and brought that fat head back to earth. Well, temporarily at least. Lisa. Her and Big Ed should get together if they would put their ego to the side. Neither would think the other is good enough for themselves. Lisa degraded Soulja Boy, telling him she had 50 men in the United States wanting to marry her. She forgot that these men lived in a home for retired blind sea captains. Powell and Russ. In the history of 90 Day Fiancé, Powell is the only cast member, other than Big Ed, who let the show go to her head. By the final season, she and her friend, Juan, were insulting her husband like they were back in high school at a shopping mall. Then it was I want to move to Miami. I want to be a model. Her personal fitness career, modeling career floundered, and so she became a pro wrestler, fighting in front of 10 fans. While her husband gave up a 6-digit-a-year career job. Mike and Natalie. This 6'8" giant went to Russia to meet the love of his life, Natalie. Once there, he announced he didn't believe in God, in which Natalie unleashed the floodgates of tears. Instead of trying to console her, the heathen would turn his back and unemotionally stare at a wall. She eventually arrived in the USA, and 6 months later the couple broke up and went their separate ways. Angela and Michael. Chainsmoker Angela went to Africa to meet the man of her dreams. While there, she entertained audiences with her unexpected outbursts and cake throwing that would make the Three Stooges and Soupy Sales look like an amateur. In the end, Michael could not look at another woman. while Angela was flashing her tatas on national TV, threatening to beat up cast members and asking Colt for dick pics. Michael, again, could not look at another woman. Andrew and Amira. Andrew met Amira from Saumur, France, and during one of her visits to the United States, Andrew proposed to her. In early 2020, they applied for and received the K-1 visa. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic hit and prevented travel between France and the USA. The couple decided to meet in Mexico, hoping that after quarantining for 2 weeks they could go to California. Amira was detained in Mexico for 3 days and then got deported back to France, while Andrew continued his holiday in Mexico without her, partying it up like a drunken fool. They then went to Serbia to quarantine for 2 weeks and bickered about having children. Fed up, he sent her text messages where he booked 2 tickets, one to France and another to the US. At the airport in Serbia, Amira chose to return to France, ending their engagement. That will do it for the toxic couples. Please comment your thoughts below if you believe we missed any couples. Thank you, and we will see you next week.
Thank you for joining this week. Please come back next week for more exciting episodes. As always, please like and subscribe. See you next week.